The NBA playoffs are where it's at. You never know what's going to happen until the very end. Come check out all the coolest buzzer beaters from the NBA playoffs, exclusively at GOAT of Basketball. When time is about to run out and the result is still on the line, anything can happen, and those last few seconds can give us some truly unique moments. Welcome back, Hoopers, to the GOAT of Basket. Today, we will continue our journey back in time by reliving some of the most incredible buzzer beaters in NBA playoffs history. So buckle up and get ready for an enthusiastic ride filled with some of the most unforgettable moments in basketball history. Before we begin our journey, I would like to remind you to subscribe to our channel and stay up to date with everything happening in the world of basketball and the NBA. It's the 2018 NBA playoffs, and we find ourselves in the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Toronto Raptors with Lowry and DeRozan and the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James. The Cavs had a strong start to the series, and LeBron James kicked off with an incredible performance in Game 2, where he recorded 43 points, 14 assists, and 8 rebounds, bringing the series to a 2-0 lead. Game 3 brings us back to Cleveland, where the Raptors need an incredible performance to stay in the series. The match is fiercely contested, with neither team willing to give up an inch. While the Cavaliers try to extend their lead, they are caught off guard by an amazing fourth-quarter performance by the Raptors. As the game winds down, the Raptors bring it back to life with Anunoby's three-pointer in the final seconds. The score is tied at 103 with just 8 seconds left on the clock, and Cleveland calls a timeout. What will happen next? The Cavs bring the ball from the baseline, with the ball in the hands of Akron's son. James takes the ball and runs the entire length of the court, with Anunoby trying to stop him. But James is unstoppable, floating in the air with a floater shot that kisses the backboard for 2 points. The Cavs take a 105-103 lead over the Raptors, making it 3-0 in favor of the Cavs. This is simply LeBron James. Let's take another trip back in time and fly to 2017, where we head to the Eastern Conference semifinals with the Boston Celtics featuring Isaiah Thomas, Marcus Smart, and Jaylen Brown, facing off against John Wall and Beal's Wizards. The series is fiercely contested, with neither team able to gain a clear advantage. Boston takes a 3-2 lead in the series, but Game 5 is played at the Capital One Arena in Washington. As with the entire series, the game sees the two teams on equal footing. With just seconds left on the clock, veteran Al Horford scores to give Boston a 2-point lead, Celtics 91, Wizards 89. The Wizards are against the wall, with only 7 seconds left to avoid losing the series as they call a timeout. In that crucial moment, there is only one man who can take that shot, and that man is John Wall. He receives the ball and takes a step back to shoot from beyond the arc, and it goes in. The Capital One Arena erupts in excitement, and the Celtics are unable to score in their final possession. Game 6 belongs to the Wizards, and the series is now tied 3-3. Setting the stage for an epic Game 7, from one Wizard to another. It's 2015, and the Wizards have reached the conference semifinals, with the help of a player who lives for moments and games like these, Paul Pierce, the truth. After stints with the Boston Celtics and Brooklyn Nets, Pierce arrives in Washington and immediately becomes one of the team's leaders. The Wizards are facing off against the Atlanta Hawks. After losing Game 1, the Hawks evened the score in Game 2. The series is now tied 1-1, and it's time to fly to Washington for the next game. The game is neck and neck, and with only 10 seconds left on the clock, the Hawks manage to tie the score at 101 apiece. Timeout Wizards, the game resumes and the ball ends up in the hands of Pierce. Isolated at the elbow, he dribbles and takes a step back for a 2-point shot. The Wizards win, the series stands at 2-1. The crowd is going wild, ladies and gentlemen, the truth. That year, however, the playoffs gave us another unforgettable moment, signed by one of the most beloved players in the league. While the Wizards and Hawks battled it out for access to the conference finals, the other Eastern Conference semifinal was between LeBron's Cavaliers and Rose's Bulls, respectively second and third in the East that year. It seems that the third games in the East had something special that year. The series was tied at 1-1, and Game 3 was played in Chicago, and as expected, the two teams battled it out with the final outcome being uncertain until the last moment. With excitement and enthusiasm, we can relive this historic moment and many others from the rich history of basketball, a game that captivates millions of fans around the world with its drama and intensity. With less than 20 seconds left, the Cavs were down by 3 points. However, they managed to come back and tie the game with a three-pointer by J.R. Smith. The score was tied at 96 apiece when the Bulls put their faith in the youngest MVP in league history, Derrick Rose. Rose took the ball, ran along the perimeter of the three-point line, and then, with a leap, he made a shot from beyond the arc. The crowd held their breath as the ball sailed through the air, and then with a resounding bang, the Bulls took the lead with a score of 99-96 over Cleveland. The crowd was on their feet, cheering on their beloved team, an unforgettable moment. If Derrick Rose's buzzer beater made it into the history books, the next bucket could be one of the NBA's most iconic moments. It was in Portland during the first round of the 2014 playoffs when the Blazers faced off against the Rockets. The series was tight, with Portland leading 3-2. But this game was particularly significant because Portland hadn't won a playoff series in 14 years, since 2000. The team turned to their superstar, Damian Lillard, who was on a mission. The game was intense, and to make matters more interesting, Chandler Parsons, the former Portland player, was now on the opposing team playing alongside James Harden. It was Chandler Parsons, the former Portland player, who made the defining shot when the score was tied 96, as he scored 2 points for Houston with only 1 second left on the clock. With just 9/10 of a second remaining, Houston took the lead with a score of 96 over the Blazers. In Portland, there wears the number 0, a man who was born for these moments, who lives for these split-second opportunities. With less than a second on the clock and Portland inbounding the ball, Damian Lillard made his move. He staggered with the ball, received a pass, and then in a fraction of a second, he released the shot. And it was nothing but net. Portland advanced to the second round of the playoffs after a 14-year break. Do you know what time it is? It's Dame time. The NBA and the playoffs are capable of offering unforgettable moments and incredible emotions like none other. In the meantime, if you enjoyed watching this video, leave a like and let us know what you think. What was the most unforgettable moment in the history of playoffs according to you? Don't forget to follow our channel, Goat of Basket, to stay updated on all things basketball and NBA. Join the community and never miss a beat. Thank you for following us. We are coming with the third chapter. Until next time, stay tuned.